Well, joining us now tonight is Senator John Horn and Russ Latino with Magnolia Tribune to discuss tonight's election so far. And gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
Good to be here.
Good to be here.
Talk about what you're seeing so far in those numbers.
So I've been looking at what happened in 2019 between Governor Reeves and Attorney General Jim Hood compared to tonight, and what you see is a very eerily similar pattern that's holding across the state. And the pockets of votes that are available for Mr. Presley are diminishing. There are only a couple of counties out that he's likely to carry and pick up 5,000 to 6,000 votes. There's a chunk of Hines County that's clearly still out. He might pick up another 25,000 to 30,000 votes there. But what you're seeing for Reeves is along the Mississippi Gulf Coast, there's still big pockets of votes. And there are 4 counties that he won by decent margins that have yet to report along South Mississippi and the Pine Belt. And so it's looking very difficult for Brandon Presley to win the election tonight.
And Senator Horn, you're feeling very similar, seeing a similarity in 2019.
Most of the Delta is in, which Hood was counting on. What is not in is Hines County. And I don't see Hines County having enough votes to make up the gains that Reeves is making in other parts of the state. I'm not quite ready to call it yet, but it's not looking good for the Presley campaign, in my opinion.
Will it be a closer race than it was in 2019, or do you think it's going to be about the same?
I think it's going to be a very similar total. What you see in some of the counties that had higher vote totals before is that even though the votes aren't as high as what they were in 19, the margins are the same.
Right.
And so my expectation is that you've got a 51, 52-point style race in Reeves' favor. And that probably assumes that, Commissioner Presley picks up 20,000 to 30,000 votes in Hines County.
Yeah, I think he'll get to 20,000 or 30,000, maybe even more than that in Hines County, but is it enough to make up where he's lost in other parts of the state?
What about those absentee ballots? Those still have to be an affidavit.
Yeah, well, that's a factor, but I don't see it being a deciding factor.
Yeah, and absentees were up slightly this year. So you had about a 5% increase over 2019 absentee levels. If you look at where those absentee ballots came in, about 33,000 of them came in counties that Reeves had won in 19, and 20-some-odd thousand came in, like 22,000 came in counties that Hood had won in 19. And so that small percentage, and given the division of where they're coming from, probably makes it unlikely if you've got a 4 or 5 point race that it could, anyway alter the outcome.
How will the fact that Hines County had a lot of issues with the ballots, the wrong ballots being delivered to some, ballots late being delivered, extensions on the time you could vote, will we see that play out in the courts?
The way it's looking right now, it probably won't. If the numbers keep going the way they're going and the percentages keep going the way they're going, it's a moot point.
Will we get a decision tonight, or do you think we're going to wait till tomorrow before we get a decision?
I suspect that within the next hour, you'll see people start to make some calls. I think there are a couple pockets that people probably want to see before they jump out on that ledge. I know Cook Political Report, as an example, has already called it for Reeves. Now, that's an out-of-state outfit, but I suspect that you'll start to see people making the call.
Yeah, the only reason you probably won't is if the Hines County's numbers are slow to come in overnight. I don't know if they're going to get all those ballots counted tonight, and even though there are a large block of votes probably for Presley, the question is it enough?
And I will say in Hines County right now, the margin that Presley has over Reeves is bigger than the margin that Hood had over Reeves. And he's got about 23,000 votes in Hines County when we went on air. Assuming he picks up another 30,000, that would give him a 50,000 edge over Reeves in Hines County, which is quite, 20% bigger than what Jim Hood had.
He certainly has run a very effective campaign. Does this say something for Democrats in Mississippi, that they can run and be successful?
I think so. I think people should be encouraged who are Democrats by this race. Brandon Presley took it to Tate Reeves and put the fear of God in Reeves. I mean, I've never seen him in the kind of mode he's been in the last few months. So I would be encouraged as the Democratic Party that there's opportunity for growth.
Yeah, and I said today, I think he's run a very good campaign, a very message-disciplined campaign. They did the blocking and tackling correct. when it comes to campaigns. I think what it tells you is that Mississippi is a Republican state, right? And so even when you've got somebody who runs a very good campaign and is a good retail politician, it may just not be enough, at least at this point in time, to overcome the natural sort of inclination towards voting for that R.
Yeah, and there's no telling the impact of the power of incumbency. You know, you look at the legislature, there are very few contested races in the legislature. Incumbents have the authority, if you will. All the statewide races have gone to Republicans, with this gubernatorial race still up in the air, but it looks like it may go to Reeves.
All right.